My brothers and sisters, good afternoon. Today na Thursday, the 6th of June, 2024. I dey come with the first part of an audio. The second one, I go do am probably on Saturday. This na a senior citizen by the name of Sumano Karpen. Then two audios there where they make this first one and the second one. They're very important. And it will help with students of political science, philosophy, economics, and history, which they commonly refer to the modern greats. And it's also very, very important for the policy makers, the politicians, political analysts, and bloggers. You know, Sierra Leone, as any other country, developed or third world, then they face enormous array of challenges. But the most elusive one na the quality leadership. And Sierra Leone, since independence, what I witnessed when I was in Form 5 at the Maburka Secondary School, now we go now put local for go welcome, no, for go celebrate the independence. Now Maburka will be celebrated, and the confusion with the visit of the Queen. That was in 1961. We can just enter the fifth form. That in Maburka Secondary School. I go able for state categorically say we no ever enjoy the benefits of quality leadership. One blogger they what they enjoy. I like that man you. I think that they call him Malaika duplicate. And the reason why I like him, at the start of any audio, it can like for sing them folklore, especially the then chimney folklore. And then they remind me of my early youthful days. That time they not be even start primary school. Go we can play with people and they encourage we for play with your fellow youngsters. When they say Butio, no, 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 Butio, no, no, no. But when they say Butio, ne, ne, ne. But who then are them Walla area them? Mambolo, Magbema, and Lokom Sama, who know they say ne, 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 who they say no, no, no. The other one, what then can come, oh, we all can go na do for go check a bath. Oh, the thing say, Teta, Teta, come, the routine come. You always they make, and then they make for them man reflect the camaraderie, the sense of brotherhood, and ambience who people them be able for inculcate into we. So now that like I know Sabia, and I dey look forward for that Sabia. I don't know if you deal within the country, but let it continue in that spirit. And I go one let the other bloggers them for letting they sing them small, small folklore in them so that then they go able for nurture up that spirit of brotherhood. Then the singer in Olunka, Susu, Mende, Uranko, because then culture, they will get very rich cultures. So, Mr. Malaika, thank you very much. Now, I want Leuna permit me for ask these questions. This audio, although it gets philosophical and political considerations generally for Sierra Leone, but it's mainly for the APC. What is happening to our nation, the country we love, Sierra Leone? Even more disturbingly and importantly, what did happen in the APC at a time when it should be seen for they operate in unison and decisiveness, but rather it is focus for image tremors of dissension and despair to its general membership. Believe me, the continuing diatribe daily and night they become much more vigorous. The vitriolic attacks and the tirade by the opposing factions, that is the blockers, it don't deluge the political climate with a lot of speculations and conspiracy theories. Watching the party and the leadership, that is the APC, they need for recognize the fact that it's still there, the party is still there, neck deep in the quest for power. Now, Churchill been saying when he visited the USA, that time they now the world on the come to an end. When he was talking to his counterpart, the American president, he said, we are in the beginning, we are not just in the beginning towards the end, but we are in the end of the beginning. That is, it is not the beginning to the end, but we are in the end to the beginning. We all know, say, the flag bearer in the person of Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara, we don't make them abundantly clear, say the elections are still not over until they are over. The party no go now the Supreme Court for challenge the results pronounced by the ECSL commissioner. Rather, he take the unorthodox decision, albeit very cunningly, for boycott governance. And this will lead to the political impasse who occasion ultimately the signing of the agreement for national unity on 18th October 2023. That agreement was the hallmark or the triumph of hope over despair, because the country was almost at the brink of collapse, but that agreement saved the situation. And I hope that then one day what they now and the tripartite committee, then they use all the energy and time for that effort they can to a very fruitful conclusion. For now we get a clear understanding of the current political situation in Sierra Leone, particularly relating to the APC, we therefore unravel the puzzle, we face the party. And until we unravel that puzzle, the party will still, even with success, will continue for the in the situation of a bickering political party who no go good for Sierra Leone. And the puzzle is, we get to know how in the midst of the complex web of conspiracies, and obstacles, where the flag bearer, Dr. Samura M.W. Kamara, able for manage like the billiard ball. And the way they play the game of billiard, where you hold that long stick, they don't put the billiard balls then at that bowl. First, with them knacker, with them balls they don't scatter. I able for the billiard ball, able for hitter. Then because when you hit they carom several times. They hit other balls them where they carom. But what you want now for them go to the target. How Dr. Samura be meander through this labyrinth of conspiracies and obstacles for them go sign this agreement on the 18th October 2023. If the members of this nation, country, and particularly the Ephesians know the fit what this man go through for achieve that task day, then and only then they will recognize say this man, he don't do a great job for the APC and for this country. I want for emphatically state now say the greatest asset what EBK bequeathed to the APC. Now what he choose Dr. Samura Kamara as flag bearer in 2017 for the 2018 presidential elections. And coincidentally, I mean, I've been the first person who Parikabo, after they don't declare Dr. Samura as flag bearer with the interview. I think it was by coincidence or through fate. The response why I give, it resonates throughout the corners of this country. And it was based on a rational assessment of the man in question. Because I belong Sabia from 1967, 66, 67. Where I say it was the right choice because that is a technocrat and statesman who go fit for the position of president in this country. We now say, and I have to be very emphatic again, that this statesman and technocrat has become a master of strategy and deception in the game of power. I know they use the word deception in the context of crime, but I use them in the context of appearance and how it show yourself where you seek power or where you manage power. And that means anybody who they fight for power, the appearance very important. If you mask your intentions, and whatever action where you even take, the action for put off any sense what the opponents go able for smell, for know watching, now your own path where you want for follow. That is the character of this man. And then when they all don't read European history from the French Revolution to Bismarck, Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Mustafa Kemal, and even modern prime ministers and presidents like Margaret Thatcher, Donald Reagan, they will see say this man has the traits of some of these great statesmen. It is important for Leo notes whether we make that appointment day, whether we nominate them or appoint them, Everybody will dey say, you sabi am? But that man don't move from the sabi am for become today a force to be reckoned with. The people dem who therefore understand the world of power, the world of power. And any useful person, politician, intellectual, student, technocrat, for no say the world of power na im dey determine the way how the world itself dey shift in the form of a paradigm. Na a complex, dynamic, and multidimensional phenomenon. And this power, it is wrapped or enmeshed in myths, legends, images, mostly drawn from the Greek and Roman mythology, the India's Mahabharata circle. Now there you go find them. When you understand them and you apply them, they want to hold the seek power or hold the manage power. It will make you for be a great leader. And now that I want for let una pay keen interest. I'm not going to deal with all of them, but I will illustrate some of them. Just 3 for today, so that we will really see the import of power. The first one, what I want for explain to the listeners, then what I will start with. Now the medieval legend who I will always say the sword of Damocles. This one is a common proverb where a lot of people can use, but most people they don't know the meaning of watching that legend depicts in the realm of power. The sword of Damocles. Let I just explain that. Damocles was a flatterer and courtier of Dionysius, the king of Syracuse, who been they glorify the happiness and the wealth of kings. That is during his own time. You know, say them statesmen in the medieval period, they been get people them who not be clowns or flatterer them. You know what they for just come out with praise kings, princes, bishops, archbishops at the time, and even up today, who then are the chiefly system. We then crown you as paramount chief, be it in the south, east, north, and in our own areas, Mambulo Chiefdom, Samu, Lokom Sama, we get them Yeliba them. Praise singers. Early in the morning, then get them Balanji them, and we don't go now you Bari, then they knock the Balanji. Then the Yeliba they sing, you know, it's very interesting. So that was the man Damocles. So what did the king do? He want to make Damocles become aware the dangers where they surround the king, not just the pleasures or the wealth, but the danger where any leader, prime ministers, heads of state, in the midst of the pageantry, all will not be well. So then they get sleepless nights, you know. So, but this man, he always praise kings for their wealth and happiness. So he arranged for a banquet. When all man don't gather, he go bring the golden stool where the man go sit down. But up or over his head was a very long sword. And that sword they just tie with a single hair suspended, where they dangle over his head. Now so the man be the tremble. But there are two lessons who they can learn from that. And Shakespeare, even one of him quotes them, he say, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. This one, I believe, every leader will know. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. But how go relate to Dr. Samura? I want to let you know very clearly. This man not to praise the praiser. What they talk is factual. Me now one of the very few people in this country who know that man they has studied him over a period. And not to everything I go talk now. From that time who day now Mount Chegu Street. Where they come out, those way come out, you see the street. And you know Mount Chegu Street, now Freetown, is very peculiar. What wonderful, very peculiar. Now they this man we did from 6 na adults. Now they begin show the skills who today, if we make good use of that, it will help this country. It will build this country from the economic mess we don't find ourselves. The current economic mess will not go attribute to any particular person. Now over a period. So you not go attribute to any particular person, although some did more damage than the others. But the sum totality of it, Now, over a period, we not been take advantage of the situations. The whole if we don't take the advantage, the Salon before be the best country person for living in the west coast of Africa. So let people not go feel say, oh, this man they praise this man, this and no, somebody want know. And let me don't deviate. You see Montego Street, where they come out down Patchy Street. The first street where they meet on your right, na Mamioku Street. The second street where they meet, na Montego Street. The third street where they meet on the right, na Kadui Street. Before now we go up, we go meet Kisi Road. Now there somebody can come out, he go Tinap. And maybe don't they watch. So what other person come? So they go now don Montego Street for go to Bombay Street. Then the other person now, you know, go and make them share for let them notice. He go waka, he go join Party Street, he go down, he go by Mamioku Street. But when you go through Mamioku Street, you are already come on Montego Street, and you are already come on Montego Street, you go by Party Street, then eventually go join Mamioku Street. Then all the go bus na Bombay Street. In company wey dem be dey study, you know, not do everything for talk. So this type of appearance, concealing, you know, the most important. Some people say, "What you yams white now for cover am." So Damocles, the sword of Damocles get twofold effect. The first lesson we learn is the leader must be able to master the art of calm courage. Who said they hang that sword over his head? That is depicting the problems the old leaders they go through. Who he make that Damocles face in reality. You forget calm courage in the face of danger and imminent threats. How Dr. Samura demonstrates that? Let's remember the first by-elections, na Chonkolili, na Bumbuna, me country people there. They one they will see the scene when Samura and the supporters, whether they go na Bumbuna, that security barrier just after Matura, what happened there? When I saw that scene, the sense of humility what Dr. Samura displayed, The man nearly went down his knees appealing to the AIG with assurances, say if you go to that place, they allow them. Nothing untoward by way of confrontation will happen. And most people, they all go do them cheaply. The man will control hundreds of thousands of people. Or if the man say shoo, they go ready for going at the streets. But he exercised that calm courage. The second one, what I want for, I'm not going to talk because them plenty. Now that mile 38 incidents. But then they will be see the amount of vehicles what they behind this man. And this thing be happen at the very heartland of the north. The political base of the APC. Now, two districts them constitute the bastion of the APC, Chonkolili and Putloko district. They were the whole witness in 1962 elections. Therefore, know that. Now, they go put barrier mile 38. The man are the embodiment of the APC and his supporters. He succumbed. He was so calm. He sit on in car. He was unruffled. You don't go attribute weakness to Samura. If that man did before, say, power would pass. But the general for say they want for the amount of people for don't cancel around that. They don't even for do anything. But the chaos, what that thing they before make, and if anything untoward be happen, she'll learn before they on fire. But she come calm, say they resolve the thing. The one that Kono during these past elections, I witnessed them also who will be the tribe for going at the field, who side the meeting will take place, who then stop with. He talk to the people there. He make a U-turn, then divert am. A very circuitous route, say we go back at the place, just for avert trouble. The incident also happened in Pujaun. Me no bingo. I was not too well. But the same thing, he averted chaos by demonstrating humility. And most recently, they don't make the pronouncement, say the man they go pray. Now the field na I didn't call myself now that field na Freetown, just opposite them push there that library, that area then that field where they I don't the name don't come on my head. That prayer they be counselor. The Monday night host. Rather than he forced the issue for great chaos in the country, he stayed at home. And most of his supporters them that they did not even go pray. And now annual event, where you miss them, you have to wait the other year. Then the second element of that Damocles, now the person who they show or what they demonstrate the ability for master the emotions. Dr. Samura Kamara one of the qualities we get na im ability for control the emotions. Not a sign of weakness. So emotions na im na the most potent tool wey dey seek power. If you no manage am well, e dey cause you for let you fail in the endeavor for acquire power. If you manage am well, then you go succeed. Look at the response. People dem dey want for let e respond with emotion. Go the US ambassador. That first interview wey dey interview, wey go talk about e rerun and other blah blah blah. Everybody was confused. They one dey who dey for the APC. Wetin Samura do? Some people dey want make he make pronouncements. You know? And if he be do that, any success wey you forget, it for be a Pyrrhic victory. Will not be very, will not be of any substance. I really say he go for go see the American ambassador. Wetin dem talk and wetin dem no talk. But you know, build any mountain out of the teacup. So when they serve you a cup of tea, you know, that smoke wey dey comot banana. If you make them as you take in the form of a tempest, then you know rational. So that was the man. You know, I think time don't they catch me. I know I make this class will go up to about. Let me go to the second one. The medieval legend, the proverb, the proverbial phrase, the sheep's skin. This one will be very important to the sheep's skin. We all know that the sheep never morals. You know they run about like the goats, or where you get a dog, all chain, the jump, they go around. The sheep, you know they moral. And the sheep never deceives. And the sheep is always magnificently dumb and docile. But most of them, but almost all the animals them, there are very few like the sheep, who dumb and docile. Una listen, you know, with a sheepskin on his back, a fox can pass right into the chicken coop. Una don't see the phrase there. The fox, where he wear a sheepskin, he go able for go inside the coop. Inside them fall the day. But if you know where I'm, as I say no more, the noise will make let everybody grab if not net. But if they see sheep, their sheep there, they fall them. All the other animals, they don't domestic animals there. They're very fond of the sheep. So that tells you in the quest for power, the leader must master the art of concealing his intentions. When you master this art, you always have the upper hand. You mask your intentions. And this has been Samura's most potent tool. We also be and very familiar with them. He not they trust anybody who knows me now from day 67 onwards. And the type of man is, he so get that quiet disposition, that inner thing wey dey for now. I no think say na man wey dey trust anyone completely. And over time, I know say he dey study everyone. Then when they don't work with am, then they confirm am to una. He dey study everyone, including friends and loved ones. And this battle wey dey pa, I don go through that several times. When una dey sit down, una dey talk, or people like the eye dey look una, dey study una all, with no exception. If that man dey before they talk plenty, because he knows say most men are open books. So somebody go to go talk something. By the time you go know say all things don scatter. That is the type of man. He says very little. You know? And most leaders, why they dey for them, or why they know they succeed in the quest for power, then they talk too much. And what they talk, you enemy, go hear. You know? At one time, maybe they talk. Now they tell me what Vulture. He say, oh Lord, protect me from my friends, or I already know my enemies. You very friends what you get. So then I know you arch enemy. So why go talk to her? But the enemy, when you know say this one is enemy, you will be very guided to what you talk to her. And that is the type of man. And that quality that we don't notice, and we don't notice, and we don't talk about that. What would they now motivate me straight? But that time they will all be young, you know, although maybe don't graduate from private college. And he knows how to put people off the scent. This one another quality who I appreciate this man. The chairman who them ID card them, voter ID card them in comot. Who that man they hold that ID card. The statement we make. Church the people in the blaster, but the man knew what he was saying. If that man then before say no, then Kadia will not go check her. And that for even deal to people like what they say, okay, let us not take part in the election. Let APC not take part in the election. People are just waiting to hear from him to avert such an unpleasant situation. Will be for make let APC not take part like today, will not be for day at this level. Because the government not be for back down. The comments we make with all the force, who some misguided supporters they make, the tension being calmed down. Today is being blamed for that. Yesterday was being blamed, but today is being commended for the sense of maturity he displayed. And the third one, I want for go, and I go tap and this third one, the Vulture. Now also a medieval legend. We all know them watching a vulture. Now chimney, na ebar. And we all know, say, of all the creatures in the jungle, he has it the easiest, the vulture. Now they get anything in the easiest way. The handwork of others becomes his work. Their failure to survive becomes is nourishment. No see who they hunter them or them lie on them. Whether they see other animal, then who fetch the lion down now, kill him, he eat some of the flesh. The vulture they do up in the circle. One of the animals don't become a prey. In the up. Who the lion don't tire, the vulture, now in the go down, they go eat. If you serve them salad, they hold they make. Who they kill cow or goat or sheep. From nowhere, the vulture in the circle up. But as they don't come out no more, you go say I calm down. Watching and watching left, now that they check as your nourishment. So in the Greek and Roman mythology, they say keep an eye on the vulture while you are hard at work. While you are hard at work, he is cycling above. Do not fight him. You have to join him. So, the world of power has the dynamics of the jungle. The other one, the way they go for go hunt, the one they go for kill. And you have those like the hyena, the vulture, in the circle. The hyena go this one side, they do circle, the hyena. We no get a nana more of East Africa. So what they don't make, if they go check now, the one who na the weaker one, what they don't mutilate in body, now in they go feed on. So relating it to Dr. Samura, the image of the vulture depicts two potent tools of power. The vulture, by exercising patience, benefits from the toil of the strong and, and weakness to those who are prey to the strong. We all know say Samura don demonstrate the ability for master the art of patience. He accepts that power is more godlike than anything in the natural world. We know patience is the supreme virtue of the gods who have nothing but time. One Indian philosopher, let me quote, one Indian philosopher said, everything good will happen. The grass will grow again if you give it time and see several steps into the future. This one, now one Indian philosopher say, impatience, on the other hand, only makes you look weak. It is a principal ingredient to power. That's an Indian philosopher say. So we will say patient dog na eat fat bone. The second element and the image of the owl, of the vulture. And this one again very important. And the relate to what that happen currently. is how to get others to do the work for you, but you take the credits. Kissinger and others, or during the time of Richard Nixon, we be one for restore relations with uh, China, you know. Now Kissinger is sent for go do the Dutch job. We want for withdraw the troops from Vietnam. Now Kissinger is sent. And those discussions or negotiations took a long time. Anytime when they meet, Late Dicto and Kissinger, then they look themselves eyeball to eyeball until they solve the Vietnam problem. And in China, in the case of China, they were able to solve the problem, you know, through the tedious job of Kissinger and other advisors. But now they get the benefits, the glory. Now Richard Nixon, now that he name no go ever, even with the scandal, what will actually happen to him, is still a force to reckon with in America. Here we see it with three of the flag bearers, they will for compete, or what will they compete with Dr. Samura. Two of them are my nephews, Dr. Kamara, not a true parentage, but I like that man. Now, one of the technocrats they were, they admire, full of humility, empathy, and resilience. The other one, I'm my nephew, Almami P. Kuruma, the ambassador. And the other, Namikumane Richard Conche. These were flag bearers. So when they be nominated them for deep and this tripartite, a lot of grumbling be there here and there. But the man stood his ground. You get forget other people, when they do the work for you so that you will get the energy and time for engage yourself in some other activities. That was what Samura did. And these people, I understand, are doing a great job for the party and for this country. Kudos to all of them, including Dr. Samura. But in the end, if there is success, there will have benefits. Not Dr. Samura, Matthew was in Kamara. The next audio, it will be much more academic. And I will dwell into the most important aspect of learning the concept of power. What require you and I for look at power as a shifting paradigm or perspective, and inwardly for unmask the necessary skills will constitute that paradigm. It will be very good for students of philosophy, political science, and of course history. So till then, I tell now plenty change. I know you want make this audio. I don't know how for split into two. You see, that is my problem. You know, the strain And you want for make audios them, you know me audio them. If you listen to them, you know, you will learn a lot. And this were very good for students, very good for politicians, and more importantly, which they happen now at the APC, una get the best leader who any country can aspire for gets. The Lee Kuan Yew of Sierra Leone. Samura, if you get the opportunity for rule this country, God give you the strength and the opportunity for rule this country, believe me, it will bring the economy of this country into track. Because what he believes in, the first and foremost, is the restoration of confidence. One are the kingpin to any macroeconomic framework. If you know, restore confidence in the management of the economy, no go go nowhere. Thank you very much. Now, Chief Sumano, good luck with the share. This country now all gets up. You know, this is the only service now we render. When then students then they read this thing, then they learn from we. I wish we able to restore peace and harmony. Let us allow peace for triumph over any disturbance. Let we make hope for triumph over despair. Let we assimilate rather than we divide. Let us work hand in gloves. Politics, you have so many roads leading to a particular destination. If you decide for go left, the other one go right, there no need for fight. As long as we are able to reach the destination, if you go first, then the other one will come, embrace them. Now all they fight the same cause. That is the spirit. We're too small. Intermarriages don't make we so interconnected. Why? Why power for make let we hate each other? And that is another sterling quality of Samura. The man abhor hates. I salute my younger brother, Alhaji Kemosise, why he read in discourse. And he feels so happy. But me not you want for join too much on them discourse than they. The Jewa be there as chairman and leader of the SLPP. The contributions they will be don't make. Now then radio discussions, what then they call me. There was not a week where I know they get 2-3 invitations from their radio stations. People are able to articulate. And some students they tell me, so when they say Chief Sumano in a radio, then they hold their book and pen for write down. This is how you impart knowledge. You know? So dear, they hold ourselves with your hand. Anytime me talk about Samurai factual, me know they just begin to go praise people there. No. Why? I know they do that. Because I have, me now one of the very few people in this country who get the dual conscience. Highly educated, a diplomat, senior administrator, paramount chief above all, and today I'm a politician. Who's other person who enjoy that dual conscience thing? If they get money, they're very few. So I'm not going to mortgage my reputation and integrity for anything. Now that's who SLPP came into power. I be don't left there now. Kenema, that Kenema convention. Nobody no go say I don't enter any government office. No. What will meet up? Hello, hello. I hardly the commercial. But I have a lot of friends there. I get more friends in the SLPP than even in the APC. But some of them will not even call each other. That is me. You know. I thank Una very much. Samura, keep it up. I will try see you probably on Friday. Bye for now. The people then goodbye. They will make sure they will grace. Now the only thing we'll get for good stuff.